You know what? Sometimes the most explosive moments in WWE don't come from a Superman punch or a frog splash, they come from the chaos that nobody saw coming. And on this week's SmackDown, oh, we got chaos alright. Picture this: Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Dragon Lee, three of the most electrifying luchadors on the planet, standing across the ring from Paul Heyman's hand-picked destroyers. The odds? Stacked against them. The tension? Through the roof. And then, Adam Pearce, WWE's own general manager, makes a decision that nobody expected. A decision that turned the entire match on its head. Was it a mistake? Was it genius? Or was it something else entirely? Stick around, because we're about to break down every single moment of this insane encounter, and trust me, you're gonna want to hear this. Let's rewind the clock a little bit and set the stage, because this story, it didn't start in that ring. It started weeks ago when Paul Heyman began assembling what he called the Vision. Now, for those who don't know, Paul Heyman isn't just a manager, he's a mastermind. This man has guided careers, built empires, and turned good wrestlers into legendary champions. So when Heyman started talking about his vision for SmackDown's tag team division, the entire locker room took notice. Heyman didn't want just any team. No. He wanted dominance. He wanted punishment. He wanted a faction that would make the Lucha House Party, the High Flyers, the fan favorites. He wanted them to look like relics of the past. And who did he recruit? We're talking about absolute bruisers. Powerhouses who could turn a wrestling match into a street fight in seconds. Guys who didn't just want to win, they wanted to send a message. Meanwhile, on the other side, Rey Mysterio, the legend, the master of the 619, the man who's been defying gravity for decades. Penta, the man with the coldest entrance, the hardest strikes, and a presence that makes grown men second-guess their life choices. And Dragon Lee? Don't let the high-flying fool you. This man is a warrior, born and raised in the squared circle. These three? They represent everything that Lucha Libre stands for. Speed, precision, heart, passion. But here's where it gets spicy. If you're hyped already, smash the like button and drop a comment telling us who your favorite lookator is: Rey, Penta, or Dragon Lee. Let's see who the real fan favorite is. So the match gets announced. SmackDown. 6-man tag. Mysterio, Penta, and Lee versus Heyman's Vision. And the WWE Universe? They are buzzing. Social media explodes. The locker room is whispering. And Adam Pearce? He's trying to keep order, but you can feel the pressure building. Because let's be real, Pearce has been walking a tightrope for months. Triple H breathing down his neck. Superstars demanding opportunities. Heyman playing mind games at every turn. And now this match? It's not just about wins and losses. This is about control. This is about who runs SmackDown. Is it the general manager who's supposed to enforce the rules? Or is it Paul Heyman, the advocate, the manipulator, the man who bends reality to his will? The week before the match, backstage segments start heating up. Heyman's crew is attacking luchadors left and right. Penta gets ambushed after a match. Dragon Lee gets blindsided during an interview. Even Rey Mysterio gets targeted in the parking lot. This isn't just competitive spirit. This is psychological warfare. And Adam Pearce? He's trying to maintain order, but every time he makes a ruling, Heyman is in his ear, twisting words, questioning authority, making Pearce look weak in front of the entire WWE Universe. You could see it in Pearce's eyes. The frustration, the doubt, the weight of trying to be fair while being pulled in 1,000 different directions. Now, this is where things get interesting, because the night of the match, Adam Pearce makes an announcement that shocks everyone. The lights go down. The crowd is on their feet. First, Heyman's Vision makes their entrance, and let me tell you, these guys look like they're ready to end careers. Stone-faced, ruthless, dangerous. Heyman's on the mic, doing what he does best, talking about how his team is about to dismantle the Lucha Libre style once and for all. He's calling them outdated relics. The disrespect? Unreal. But then, the Lucha music hits. And the arena? It erupts. Rey Mysterio comes out first, and you can feel the electricity. This man has been doing this for over 30 years, and the crowd still loses their minds every single time. Then Penta, mask gleaming under the lights, that aura of intimidation just radiating off him. And Dragon Lee, focused, fierce, ready to prove why he belongs on this stage. The stare down? Chef's kiss. Absolute cinema. The bell rings, and it's chaos from the jump. Dragon Lee starts off against one of Heyman's powerhouses, and immediately he's using his speed. Springboard attacks. Lucha arm drags. He's moving like water, and the big man? He can't touch him. But then bam! One big boot. One nasty clothesline. And Dragon Lee is down. The tide shifts. Heyman's guys start tagging in and out, working over Lee like a pack of wolves. They're targeting the ribs, the back, cutting off the ring. Textbook heel tactics. Ray and Penta are on the apron, reaching, begging for the tag, and the crowd is stomping, clapping, willing Dragon Lee to make it to the corner. Finally he dives, and the hot tag goes to Penta. And folks, when Penta gets in that ring, it's like unleashing a hurricane. Super kicks, sling blades, pump kicks to the face. He's cleaning house, and the crowd is absolutely losing it. If you're loving this breakdown, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You do not want to miss what happens next in the WWE Universe. Now here's where Adam Pearce comes into play. And trust me, this is the twist nobody saw coming. Mid-match, Heyman's team starts breaking the rules. Blatant interference. Double teams while the ref is distracted. One of them even brings a chair into the ring, but the referee is on the outside dealing with Rey Mysterio, who's been knocked off the apron. The chair is about to crack Penta's skull, and then Adam Pearce's music hits. The entire arena freezes. Heyman's guys look confused. Penta rolls out of danger. And here comes the general manager, marching down the ramp with a microphone and a look on his face that says he is done with the games. Pearce gets on the mic and says, "Enough. This match is being restarted right now under no disqualification rules. And if anyone, and I mean anyone on Heyman's side, gets involved from the outside again, you're all banned from SmackDown for 30 days. The crowd? Unglued. Heyman is on the outside, his face beat red, screaming at Pearce, calling him biased, calling him incompetent. But Pearce doesn't flinch. He points at Heyman and says, "You wanted chaos, Paul? You got it." Now, was this a mistake by Pearce? Because by making it no DQ, he just opened the door for anything to happen. Or was this exactly what he wanted? A way to let these 6 men settle it once and for all without any more games? The WWE Universe is split. Half are saying Pearce just gave Mysterio, Penta, and Lee a fighting chance. The other half are saying he just gave Heyman's Vision the green light to destroy them with no consequences. What do you think? Was Pearce a genius, or did he just make the biggest mistake of his career? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. With the match now under no DQ rules, it's like someone just opened Pandora's box. Chairs, kendo sticks, steel steps, everything is legal, and both teams are taking full advantage. But here's the thing about Lucha Libre wrestlers: they don't need weapons to be dangerous. They are the weapons. Dragon Lee hits a suicide dive through the ropes that sends one of Heyman's guys crashing into the barricade. Penta delivers a destroyer on the floor. And Ray? Ray pulls out the 619 on not one, not two, but 3 different opponents in the span of 90 seconds. The match is bedlam. The crowd is chanting, "This is awesome." And you can see it in the eyes of Mysterio, Penta, and Lee. They're not just fighting for a win. They're fighting for respect. For their legacy. For Lucha Libre itself. Heyman is on the outside, desperately trying to rally his team, but they're reeling. The momentum has completely shifted. Then comes the moment. The moment that will be replayed 1,000 times. Dragon Lee and Penta set up a double team on the last man standing from Heyman's Vision. Lee goes to the top rope. Penta holds the guy in position. And Ray the Master runs off the ropes, delivers a 619 that echoes through the arena, and as the guy stumbles backward, Dragon Lee comes off the top rope with the most beautiful shooting star press you've ever seen. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Dragon Lee have won. The place explodes. Fans are on their feet. The 3 luchadors embrace in the ring, and you can see the emotion, the pride on their faces. And Paul Heyman? He's on the outside, looking like his entire world just collapsed. His vision? Shattered. His dominance? Questioned. His control over SmackDown? Slipping through his fingers like sand. But here's where the story gets even more intriguing. As Mysterio, Penta, and Lee are celebrating, Adam Pearce is standing at the top of the ramp, arms crossed, watching. The camera zooms in on his face, and there's this look, this little smirk that makes you wonder, did Pearce really make a mistake? Or did he intentionally give these luchadors the tools they needed to shut down Heyman's Vision once and for all? Think about it. Pearce has been dealing with Heyman's manipulation for months. Every ruling, every decision, Heyman's been undermining him, making him look weak, questioning his authority. What if this was Pearce's way of saying, "You want to play games, Paul? Let's see how you handle this." By changing the match to no DQ, Pearce knew exactly what would happen. He leveled the playing field. He gave the luchadors the freedom to fight the way they wanted to fight. And in doing so, he exposed Heyman's team for what they really were able. The WWE Universe is now debating, was Adam Pearce a genius who just outplayed the Advocate himself? Or did he get lucky? And hey, if you've made it this far, you're a real one. Go ahead and hit that share button. Let's get this story out to every wrestling fan on the planet. Backstage interviews after the match are gold. Rey Mysterio talks about honoring Lucha Libre. Penta says something absolutely cold in Spanish that makes even the interviewer shiver. Dragon Lee dedicates the win to every young lookator watching around the world. Meanwhile, Paul Heyman is in Adam Pearce's office, and the yelling can be heard through the walls. Heyman is demanding rematches, demanding consequences, demanding Pearce's job. But Pearce? He just sits back in his chair and says, "Paul, you got exactly what you asked for. You wanted your vision to face the best? Well, they did. And they lost." The look on Heyman's face? Priceless. So where does this leave us, Wrestling Stream family? Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Dragon Lee just made a statement. They proved that speed, skill, and heart can overcome size and power. They honored Lucha Libre on the biggest stage in the world. And they did it with a little help from Adam Pearce? But this story? It's far from over. Because Paul Heyman doesn't take losses lightly. This man has been in the game for decades, and if there's one thing we know about the Advocate, it's that he always has a backup plan. Will Heyman recruit new members to his vision? Will he target Pearce directly? Will he go after Rey, Penta, and Lee individually to break them down one by one? And what about Adam Pearce? Is he gonna keep making bold moves like this? Or did he just paint a target on his back? One thing's for sure, SmackDown just got a whole lot more interesting. So tell me, Wrestling Stream Universe, what do you think happens next? Whose side are you on, Heyman's vision or the Luchadors? And was Adam Pearce a genius or did he just get lucky? Let's hear it in the comments below. And if you love this breakdown, if you love wrestling drama, if you love Lucha Libre, smash that like button, subscribe to Wrestling Stream, hit that notification bell, and share this video with every wrestling fan you know. Because here at Wrestling Stream, we don't just watch wrestling, we live it. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay hyped, stay ready, and always, stay streaming.